every so often, you get a photograph doing what I do that just blows your freaking mind, you know? And here is one of those photographs. I mean, I don't care, Nibiru, Planet X, I don't care if you believe it or not in this particular photograph. There certainly is a lot of things to say. This is Reed Timer off of Twitter. And this is from Breaking Weather, one of the Breaking Weather channels. Just unbelievable, isn't it? The shapes, the weird dots that aren't supposed to be there in the picture. Nothing to be suspicious of, guys. Just check out the weird, the very strange natural weather photographs that we're looking at. Yeah? Just route of photos that way. Let's go this way. So anyway, just some really cool freaking... Hi. Okay, so this is David Begnot, and lay guy, right? Just like me, just like you, just a dude in Puerto Rico. And guys, I mean, it's a brilliant report. And so I'm going to play a part of it. Then I'm going to leave the link below for you to watch more. But I have some comments about this. And the first thing I want you to think about as you're watching this is, what if you're one of these people in this crowd right here? Okay? Just think of that.
The man said to us, do you realize what's happening here is a humanitarian crisis? You've got 1,000 people. The majority of them, I'd say 95%, are Americans, fanning themselves with cardboard. Some people who've slept here for the past 4 nights, they haven't been given cots. Nobody's handing out water. Nobody's handing out food. There are no airline representatives at the counter. There's also no power in this terminal. Delta has called it a logistical nightmare. American has said we're bringing in relief flights with 70,000 pounds of relief supplies. Some people say they were told by United yesterday there would be 1 relief flight going out today with 200 seats.
First thing to notice is that, a lot of times we think we're going to hold an airline accountable or whatever. It's called normalcy bias, right? In a normal world, okay, when everything's working the way it's supposed to, if the airline shut down, they come out with water and food, and they'll give you a free ticket and put you up in a hotel. But guys, normalcy bias, as you can see here, doesn't work because these people have been standing here for 3 days waiting for even a person to come to the ticket counter.
There had been people arguing in line, people getting confrontational because they felt like other folks were trying to cut in line. People don't want to go outside where it's somewhat cooler because they're afraid of losing their place in line. There are police, walk with me. There are police officers walking the perimeter outside. There are TSA agents. But no one in here seems to have any answers as to when more planes are coming. Now, the FAA has told us that during the hurricane, there was a transmission tower that was knocked out. That controlled radar.
So now I'm going to go a little bit fast forward in here, and I want to show a particular thing. You can go watch the rest of the video yourself. This is one of the better reports I've seen from Puerto Rico. Even though it's not showing the devastation and everything like that, it shows how normalcy bias kind of takes over. And people think they can just go to the airport and leave. I'll just get a ticket and I'll leave, right? Well, guess what? You can't leave. And then instead of accepting that reality and trying to go back home or do whatever they have to do to survive, they're just going to sit at the airport and wait for people to help them. Let's keep going.
How long have you been waiting to get out?
I mean, they only clap when nothing's going on. I heard yesterday somebody died here because they didn't have no air. They don't give out water. They don't give a... Oh, I can't take it over. People over here, they old, they sick, and they don't care. This is worse than Katrina, whatever it's called that. Katrina, that's right.
Where are you trying to go?
I want to go to Orlando.
How long have you been waiting?
They canceled me 2 times already.
How many days have you been waiting?
Since here, 3 days.
3 days.
So anyway, go watch the rest of this video, guys. And again, it's tragic. This is a great report. I'll leave, like I said, the link below. David, you've done a great job on this. Thank you for letting us know what's going on in Puerto Rico. So let me tell you another story, though. This is what really bothers me, okay? So my girlfriend has a sister that runs a food pantry in Florida, okay? And so they got together a relief effort, and they were going to send supplies down via private aircraft. Turns out the person that's operating the private aircraft is an ex-FEMA person. This ex-FEMA person has found inside tracks and ways to get stuff down there. So she's a very reliable way to get supplies to Puerto Rico and know that your contributions are going to the right place, right? So idea, right? So we're going to go, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to put together a fundraiser for them and send money to this lady because we think she'd be great. She had to refuse us, guys. She refused it because she did not want to be known. She did not want to be her. She did not want to in any way for her background to be out. Because again, here we go. It's all the limitations of the secret government and secret society. She worked for FEMA, so she can't talk about what FEMA does. Even though she's an insider that had 30 years experience in FEMA and knows how to get supplies in, she can't even let us tell her name or send a link for her. So it just shows how screwed up and how bungled things are up, right? So instead, anytime you can face this kind of situation where the shopping cart, the shopping centers are empty and the food is gone and all that. And so when we say prepare, we're not saying like Prepper Jack with buried containers full of food. What we're talking about is being able to hunker down for 4 to 6 weeks, guys, and stay in place and not have to go to an airport or not have to go to a relief center and be self-sufficient for a period of time while things start to kind of mellow out and you can decide what to do and be in control of your fate. So we say prepare, guys. That's what we're talking about, so that you aren't one of these people that are just wandering around waiting for somebody to give you a bottle of water. Steve Olson, WSL.